doing what I can.
Yeah, and you're doing some crazy therapy too, right? Some interesting stuff down in San Diego.
Yeah, so there's been a few things I've been working on. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Western medicine, you know, like even, I mean, you can call it alternative medicine. It's like original medicine. I appreciate looking at things like that way more than, you know, big farm. But you know, one thing that you know, fighting has gotten me and stuff with, you know, I think it's more prevalent in women, although I'm thinking it's happening with men too, is like our endocrine systems are not happy with these weight cuts, and they're not happy with us like getting hit in the head a lot. I mean, go figure, right?
Yeah, go figure.
So, you know, within all of that, I've just, you know, had medical problems and things that like I'm constantly working on, and I feel really good. I'm constantly improving, but one thing I was feeling a little bit stuck on was one, I was like some of the endocrine problem issues, but like I don't know, I went to this facility in San Diego. It's called dang, why can't I remember? Mindset. And actually the UFC sent me there because, I mean, we have USADA, we have all of these things. Like, after fighting Amanda, I got my head pounded for a good 4 minutes there. I had a TBI afterwards. So that was like, immediately lowered my estrogen, lowered my DHEA, my testosterone, and I'm hypothyroid. Like, I will always be hypothyroid now. Like, I have.
After that fight?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, still toughed it out, still was trying to do what I could to go and fight Ronda as soon as I did afterwards. And, you know, part of my game plan is don't get hit, and which means, like, let's just dart at her and see what happens, you know? So, well, that's what happens when you do that.
Yeah, for people who don't know, TBI is traumatic brain injury, just in case there's someone who's listening to this doesn't understand what we're talking about. And then in the Ronda fight, if people don't know about that, you just charged after her and you got caught in an arm bar, and like, what was it? Very quick. It was like 14 seconds.
It was 14 seconds, but I did hit her with a knee. I did throw her ass, but she practiced a little ninja move, caught my damn arm, and it was over, you know. But I mean, even her coaches were like, I mean, you did what you're supposed to do there, and she just got you, you know. So that would be an awesome fight to be able to revisit one day. She even said we'd do it. I mean, who knows, her career is so open right now.
I don't think she's ever going to fight again.
She don't need to.
Yeah.
She really doesn't need to.
I don't think she wants to, you know.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, who knows? You'd have to ask her, but there's a lot of lessons to be learned in what happened to her, in terms of like all of the distractions, and Hollywood came calling, and there was scripts and talk about doing Roadhouse, and there was all this shit going on that was other than fighting.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was also, look, the sport has evolved so rapidly, and the women's MMA has gotten so high level so quickly. And I'm sure you saw Amanda's last fight with Raquel Pennington. Like, holy shit! I mean, that was a fucking high level performance from her, and 5 rounds, super high cardio, just put a beating down on Raquel Pennington, who's one of the toughest girls in the world for sure.
Right. I do, like, I mean, I'm curious, I'm saying the same thing as the fight's going, right? And then I have some people in my ear next to me, they're like, well, how long has it been since Raquel fought? Because she didn't look her like beefiest, right? She looked a little tired, she looked a little like not her typical. And then it was like she'd a year and a half off herself, right? Like into a title fight, which I have to say I'm a little bit envious of, because when I beat Misha, I won, I was supposed to coach Ultimate Fighter, but that was ultimately going to end up in a title shot with Ronda. And I blew my knee, and my husband passed away, and there was like a long moment of silence in there. And then when I was able to come back, they made me re-earn my title shot. You know, and so it was like, wait, we're doing that now? We're just like,
well, doesn't it depend on like what attractive contenders are available, like what they can sell, what looks good?
I agree. Yeah, I mean, it was very young at that age, or at that time too.
Right, and in bantamweight right now, there's no standout contender, and Raquel had beaten some really good fighters, and she looked like the next in line. And did she blow her knee out as well? She had
I want to say
surgery.
She got like, I could be lying, but I think she got in like some accident with a four-wheeler, like rolled over and broke her leg or something. I could like totally be making that up though. She could have just twisted it walking down the street too, so I don't know.
She just vaguely remembers some injury. Now that you're saying that, I do remember something like a broken leg. Jamie will find out where it is. But Were you surprised by that fight?
Between Raquel and Amanda. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see Raquel being the one to beat her. You know, I do feel like Amanda's been working and doing, like, you know, improving. I mean, she changed her camps. The coaches that she's working with, I tried out for a while at one point too when I was trying to find my spot, and they're legit. They're very good. And Mary